Hello everyone, and welcome to Fate's Day Night. My name is Roscuro, and I'll be your hostess. Now, Fate's Day Night is a visual novel, but it's also had adaptations into anime, manga, and it's even had a video game. I have not played any of these, so I have no idea what these characters sound like, so I'll just be kind of winging it, I suppose. And let's do this thing.
It was a thrust like lightning. A spearhead thrust to pierce my heart.
Don't kill me, I'm beautiful!
Trying to dodge it would be useless.
No, it wouldn't. We could live! Live, damn you, live!
Being lightning, it's invisible to the human eye.
Ooh, pretty.
But the lightning that tries to pierce me is repelled by the moonlight that tries to save me.
Yay, moonlight! Go! Defeat that lightning!
Cling. A beautiful sound.
Beautiful.
No, the sound before me is heavier than steel.
Heavy metal.
The armor she is wearing is not beautiful at all, and as unrefined as the cold night.
Girlfriend, we need to go out armor shopping because your outfit isn't working at all.
The sound wasn't beautiful at all. It was actually the sound of cold steel.
You just said it was a beautiful sound, though!
It's just that the night is beautiful enough to turn it into a charming sound. Like a bell. Ring, bells go ting-a-ling-a-ling. Ring, little bells.
I ask of you, are you my master?
She asks in a voice that lights up the darkness.
Light! I have come forth in response to your summons. From this time forward, my sword shall be with you, and your fate shall be with me. Title drop! Now, our contract is complete. I don't like the word contract. I'm watching Madoka Magico right now. Contract is not a pretty word to use when you're making a deal of sorts. It kind of sounds evil. But let's continue. Let's go forward.
Yes, the contract has been completed. When she chose me as her master, I'm sure I swore to help her too. The moonlight still lights up the darkness.
Hi, Moon. You're still here.
As if following the night's example, the shed again falls silent. Time has stopped. The scene lasts less than a second. But I'm sure I'll remember this scene vividly, even when I've gone to hell. The face slightly turned, the quiet green eyes. The instant becomes an eternity. The blue outfit symbolizing her sways in the wind. Oh man, he's just like checking this girl out. A faint blue light filters in. The golden hair shines in the moonlight.
And then we white it out.
Fate. This is a story from 10 years ago.
I love stories! Forward and onward!
I'm watching someone I know very well. A tall man with a deep-featured face, who to my knowledge has never told a joke, is patting my head.
Daw!
No, that's not quite right. I guess he doesn't know how much strength to use, so to be more accurate, he's grabbing my head and mashing it around.
Adorable? Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
I guess that's only to be expected. After all, that's the first time he's ever patted my head.
Don't tell me that this is my father and... Father, why won't you love me? Oh, I'm a little girl now.
I'll have to get going now. You know what to do now, right?
I don't know, Dad'ums McGee. I look like kind of a little girl. Are you sure it's okay to leave me alone? Really? I answer the deep voice with a polite, yes. The man patting my head nods once, lets go, and stands up. So that was it. If I'd known then that it would be our final moment together,
I would have made him laugh with my best jokes. Pophams McGee died? Well, that sucks. I had practiced telling jokes a lot, in hope that I could bring a smile to his grave face. I guess you could say I was sad that I couldn't tell him any of them.
Put the association in your debt by the time you mature. I let you decide what to do after that. You should be able to take care of yourself.
I don't know, Dad. I look pretty freaking young in this picture. I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't leave your child daughter alone to fend for herself. Sounds kinda like a bad idea. Really? Even though he said such things, I guess he was still worried. He told me about the heirloom jewels, and the jewels inherited from the master, and how to manage the basement.
Managing the basement is one of the most important things a father can teach a daughter how to do.
And as he was telling me all the things I didn't yet know, I realized even as a child that most likely he wouldn't be coming back. Depressing. A war had started. Not a war between countries, but a war between people. But the only ones at war were 7 people. In a situation like this, the word war should be unsuitable. But here it's a different story, as the ones in conflict are magi. The 7 magi, each from a different faction, had started to compete for unknown reasons and killed each other in unknown ways. The man standing before me was one of them. He too was in a position to kill or be killed. He must have known more keenly than I did that his time was near.
Rin, the Holy Grail will appear eventually. It is our duty as the Tohsaka family to win it. More importantly, if you want to be a magus, you can't avoid it.
I too want to be a magus, Father, but I don't know nothing about getting no grail. Even Monty Python couldn't get that grail. Once more, he patted my head and left. That was the end.
Worst story ever!
That was the last time I saw the man who entered the Holy Grail War as a master and died. The man who was my teacher, as well as my father.
Bye, Pophams McGee. I won't ever see you again. You're gonna leave me all alone at the house. I probably don't even have a mom, so now I'm an orphan. Anime kid syndrome.
Take care, Father. I see him off politely. I knew I was on the verge of crying, but I shed no tears.
You're a strong character. I appreciate that. But seriously, your dad's awful. Come back here. At least get somebody to look after us. We're a small child, Father. For Pete's sake.
I loved him. He was a great father, and a great magus. Among magi, there are only obstinate people. In the whole world, I don't think anyone had better character than his. He taught me as a teacher, and loved me as a father.
This is really bumming me out.
That's why I decided to choose my path according to what he left me in the end.
Rin, the Holy Grail will appear eventually. Eventually! It is our duty as the Tohsaka family to win it. More importantly, if you want to be a magus, you can't avoid it.
In the end, he left me with those words as a magus, and not as a father. That is why at that moment, my path was determined.
It really sucks when you have a destiny that's just thrusted upon you. It's like all Harry Potter bullshit. That can really mess a kid up, you know? It can really mess up your childhood.
Alright, I'll do my best to be a proper magus. It's only natural for a student to follow the words of their teacher. Since then, through many twists and turns, I, Tohsaka Rin, have matured. It has been 10 years since the winter day on which my father went to war.
10 years?
10 flippin' years? He left us alone by ourselves for 10 freaking years? With no one to look after us?
Father of the Year!
I haven't exactly been waiting for this moment, but I am excited. That's only natural. The event I've never forgotten about is about to start. We seek the Holy Grail! And I whited out again.
January 31st.
And yet again. The alarm clock. And since we are an anime character, we are most likely late for the school of sorts. Something is ringing.
Bring. Sorry, I cannot imitate an alarm clock ring.
And by the way, this is a freaking fancy room. Look at it. Got fancy shades. She's got a vanity on her freaking bed. She's got chairs. She has chairs! And a list of things. 'Cause everybody needs a wall list. That's what I always say. I reckon. Shut up. Stop it. The sound doesn't stop. It rings loudly as if I'm an enemy.
Maybe I am an enemy. Okay, alarm clock. Prepare to duel. Magic!
What? Come on. I was up late last night, so it should let me sleep a bit longer. No, it has to let me sleep in. I was deciphering my father's will until early this morning, and I've used up too much magical energy. In other words, my mind and body are dead tired. Jeez, you're really stubborn.
Bring!
I get it, alarm clock, I get it. The alarm clock doesn't speak my language.
No, it speaks alarm clockanese. I cannot possibly speak that language. I need some hooked on phonics stuff here.
So why does the ringing sound like it's telling me,
you're going to be late?
Because you're a wacky anime character. You will always eternally be late for school. Wait, being late is bad. Though, that depends on the situation. I'm a good student, but maybe I can get to school at the last moment, just for today. Oh, trust me, character, you do not want to go that route. I've watched too many animes where they were like, oh, I can just show up late and sneak into class, and they always think that they're gonna get away with it, but they never get away with it. The teacher's always like, I saw that. And then they get busted, and they get demerits, or they have to go stand out in the hallway with some buckets of water. It ain't chill. That's right. I set the alarm 30 minutes early, so I should be able to sleep for 30 minutes more. This does not sound like a good plan. Huh? Isn't that strange? Set it 30 minutes early? I look at the alarm clock drowsily. The alarm is pointing exactly at 7. Oh my gosh, we're gonna be late! Get out of bed, Missy. We have to go to the school of places. I usually get up at 6:30, so the spare 30 minutes have already been used up. Oh, why can't I think when I wake up? I stare at the alarm clock for several seconds.
Okay, alarm clock, it is a staring duel between us two. Who will give up first? Come on, alarm clock. I am not ready to lose this thing. Okay, you freaking win.
Shutting it off, I decide to get out of bed. Oh my goodness! Our house is so fancy that our freaking furniture is made out of cheese! She must live in Wisconsin! Yes, 'cause obviously everything in Wisconsin is made out of the finest of cheeses, and cows flock through everyone's houses, and there are crazy football fans running about. Passing through the cold hallway, I enter the cold living room. Everything is cold in my life, even my soul. It's 7 o'clock on the last day of January. Fuyuki City is pretty warm in the winter, but this morning it's as cold as any other city. I can even see my breath indoors, and on top of that, there's no one else in the house to warm it up. Heater. Turning on the heater, I head to the bathroom.
To the bathroom we go!
At times like this, living on your own is inconvenient. Why did you abandon me, Father? Tell me why, Turban Man. Tell me why I'm so alone. If there was someone to wake up before me, the living room would be warm by now. I splash my face at the sink. I brush my long hair and get ready. A cold morning, a cold sink.
A cold life!
The only advantage is that the cold water clears your sleepiness completely. I tie my ribbon and I'm all ready. All I have to do is eat breakfast and head out. We're gonna have some cornflakes for breakfast, and then glue them on our face, and then do a cornflake dance.
A dance to our cornflake god! Cornflake god!
Looking at the clock, it's only a bit past 7, and I'm a bit disappointed. Man, I guess I don't have to run after all. Then again, I would never do anything as clumsy as running to school anyway. It is custom of the Tohsaka family to act with composure and elegance at all times.
Yes. I am a proper lady who grew up with a proper family. I had no freaking childhood, did I? I'm such a homebody.
Ooh,